Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm wishing you well, and I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday the 17th when this is released. Now, I have to be frank. I am an advocate of piracy as protest. What does that mean? What I mean is that if a company doesn't support their old games, doesn't support games that they've put out, doesn't make it easy or probable that you can buy it from them or buy it from a reseller for a reasonable price, i.e. the price you would pay for it back then, or the price or less. You are morally okay to pirate. It is a way to protest against companies, large companies, media companies, taking advantage of their fans, and it is completely okay if and only if the company in question, the IP rights holder, has done nothing to make their backlog available. If you can buy their game from them, and so on and so forth, you go buy it, obviously. And obviously, this rings true for older games. So why do I preface with all of this? Well, Kotaku just recently put out an article that kind of had people very upset. They basically, in their review, in a review update thing of Metroid Dread, a very hyped up and game that people are excited for because there hasn't been a mainline Metroid game, a 2D Metroid game, in almost 20 years, 19 to be exact. Fans are excited. They want the game to sell well, so Nintendo will make more of them. It is, at the end of the day, I'm completely empathetic and understand that. But when this Kotaku article, it reads like someone who basically wants people to pirate the game. Now, I am not, an ally of a multi-billion dollar corporation, such as Nintendo. But what I am is for ethical, I have some level of ethics. If it was the original Metroid, if it was maybe the original Metroid, maybe one of the ones on the Game Boy, for instance. Plenty of games that people are beloved, but are increasingly rare to find as every single day goes by. People have to pirate those games. What they're not going to pirate is a Metroid Dread, because they said, they opened their article basically saying, hey, people from Nintendo, please don't read this. Okay, everybody else, read this. And they basically said, they basically summed it up in such a way that it's so fucking easy to pirate this game and just emulate it that it doesn't really make sense to really do anything else. Here's my thing. I care about franchises that I care about. I will give money to franchises that I care about as long as those franchises continue to put out solid products that I like and I enjoy. Some companies have gone a little ragged in times, but regardless, Nintendo, at the very least, continues to put out solid products, even if I have my own personal gripes with Sword and Shield as a longtime fan. It's one of the best-selling Pokemon games of all time, so what do I know? The fact of the matter is that piracy is only valid if you are unable to otherwise access the game, no matter how much money you throw at it, and or it is prohibitively expensive. When I say prohibitively expensive, I mean a single game cartridge costs $200, or even $80. If the game costs more than, let's say 30 to 40% more than what the game was when you bought it, could buy it back in the day, pirate it. And if Nintendo or any other game company or media company or music company is making it impossible for you to to access that piece of media, with your own money, you are well okay to do that too. This is, piracy advocacy, piracy, protest. Fundamentally, I understand where Kotaku was coming from, and I appreciate that, and I really hope that the writer in question, in his gung-ho-ness to talk about something he cares about, doesn't do actual harm. The fact of the matter is that at the end of the day, piracy is still technically a crime, and I don't condone anybody doing piracy, but, this is not me telling people that you should go do it. This is just my opinion for my own personal life. Cover my ass legally here. Kotaku, I understand where the sentiment's coming from, but it's directed wrongly. And they deserve the amount of shit they're getting. Literally, there hasn't been a Metroid game, mainline 2D Metroid game in 20 years. And the people present are going to, and the people who love this franchise are begging, are hoping it does well, so they can continue, so they don't have to go on another 20-year hiatus between when they were children and they were like grown men and women, and then when they're old. Please pirate smartly, responsibly, and ethically. Don't pirate new games. Don't pirate new games. There's no point of you pirating a new game, because the whole point of it is just to incentivize companies to make their backlogs and libraries available to people again. But what do I know? I'm just some schmuck.